Firstly, being persecuted from the paparazzi all the time. I couldn't go to my garden or to the supermarket. I couldn't do anything. I know it's normal being followed by the press, but it was too much.
Es algo que estás expuesto, pero
all silly things they said about me, all the pictures, all the taunts. That happened every day and nobody supported me.
ninguno me salió.
They talk about me being named as the best player in England, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. I knew it because of the way they treated me, and the straw that broke the camel's back was my mistake. I accept it, my fault, but they went too far.
Hello guys, so it's me again. So as you've just seen, he said it. I don't speak Spanish or Uruguayan, but he said it. We have the images, we have the proof now. So Luis Suarez quote about wanting to leave Liverpool is now confirmed. So I've got to say that these last 48 hours have been absolute madness concerning this Luis Suarez thing. It all started with William Balaguer publishing an article in AS Spanish newspaper, and then something else in his blog, saying, talking about Luis Suarez's determination to leave Liverpool. I did a video on this, but the last 24 hours have been even more crazy and resourceful, if I could say it like this, in terms of Luis Suarez's future at the club. Now, like I said before in my video, I wasn't too worried about the main topic of conversation here, whether Luis Suarez will leave or not. I'm still not worried. However, regarding the latest development in the last 24 hours, I've got to admit that I'm getting a bit pissed off and angry with this man behind on the screen. So let me tell you why. So basically, Luis Suarez, as of to date, is claiming that he wants out of the club, but not because of the club itself, obviously, not because of the fans, not because of the support that Liverpool have given him throughout all this supposedly tormented life that he is living. I say supposedly, but I will come back to this in a minute. But basically he will leave Liverpool because of the English media, because of the paparazzi harassing him, and for him they have gone over the top with himself, on his personal life, and especially on his family. So he's kind of representing himself as victim number one in all this. You see, I won't repeat it again and again. He's a world-class player, Luis Suarez. He has had a marvelous season for Liverpool, and top clubs are starting to wander around him, and the bids will come soon. But my problem now with Luis Suarez is simple. It's honesty. Like I said before, I didn't believe it when he said, well, probably he does love the club, he does love the fans, but not to the point of not leaving the club. And I understand this. I understand that, like I said again, a player's career is short. He has only a maximum of 4 to 5 years left at the top, and he wants to test himself in the Champions League. He wants to play in a team that challenges for trophies. And right now, say what you want, Liverpool are not in a position to guarantee this, especially after what happened last season. But to come out like this and kind of prepare his departure by giving reason number one for it, the media, that's not very good, Luis Suarez. I'm sorry. First of all, let us ask ourselves why the media are so cruel to him as he is claiming. Well, he is the one that said Negrito to Patrice Evra. He is the one that admitted to dive on purpose in some matches, and he is the one who bit a player on a football pitch, who bit a player's arm on the football pitch. Now, obviously, I condemn all the things that I've just mentioned. But at the same time, concerning the racism affair with Patrice Evra, I always said, and you can catch up with one of my videos, my angry videos about Patrice Evra. I won't go all over this again, but for me, in the racism affair, both Patrice Evra and Luis Suarez were wrong, but only Luis Suarez was punished. And I think that up until today, he still thinks a kind of an injustice against him. But he should have simply kept his mouth shut. Nothing would have happened. That's all. This is the problem with Luis Suarez. Now, I'm not one to be too embroiled into conspiracy or paranoia, but I've got to say that the more the things are panning out, the more I'm thinking that this biting incident was everything. I don't know how to say it. I think it was kind of a deliberate action from Luis Suarez, a calculated action from him. I don't know if you can understand what I'm talking about, but I think that he bit Ivanovich's arm on purpose, being fully aware of the consequences, of the punishment, and the ban that would follow, the media frenzy, as he is claiming. He was fully aware of this, and this is exactly the reason why he bit Ivanovich's arm. And you know why? To use it simply as an excuse to leave the club. And this is what I found. This is what I find kind of. It's not very honest from him, and it's very disappointing. You see. So I won't get into this. I don't know how to say it. To this kind of psychological bullshit help that he needs with the like of Dr. Peters or whatever to help him control his emotions or whatever. His emotions are well in place, this guy. And what he did to Ivanovic, the Chelsea player, was a deliberate, calculated action to instigate his departure from the club. This is how I see it. So forget about all the bullshit winning mentality coming from street football or whatever. This is absolute bullshit as far as I'm concerned. No question, once again, he's a terrific player, world-class talent, but absolutely world-class in dishonesty for me also. I'm sorry. I've been fooled by him also, I must admit it. Initially I thought, well, maybe really this guy comes from a different culture and he has had a difficult time during his childhood or whatever, and he has a really good winning mentality. which is good to see, you know. But in the end, when I see the interviews that are being banned, are being shown there from him and all, forget it. It's all bullshit for me now. The quicker he goes, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Alright? And also, with regards to what his agent is saying, claiming that he's settled at the club, he won't leave, and Liverpool coming out with this latest statement now, saying that he's not for sale. That's it guys. We are engaged into a business process now where each party is trying to gain the maximum in all this. The Luis Suarez camp is trying to lower the price down, and Liverpool are trying to get the maximum price for him. That's all there is to it. So we'll have to see what happens. And also I have this picture to show you just now. So this is the picture of one of the last training sessions of Liverpool before the season ended. So he has a huge smile on his face. Does he look like a guy who's being persecuted as he's claiming? And come on. I don't get into this. Come on. You're leaving the club because you're fed up. You don't think that you have a chance to challenge for trophies. That's all. And I get it, you know. It's a kind of a double process in all this. Because, how can I explain it? Let us say if a player like Eric Meyer, do you remember this free transfer striker that we had during the Gerard Houllier days? Or more recently, Andre Voronin. Do you think that Liverpool would have supported the likes of Eric Meyer or Andre Voronin as much as Luis Suarez if Voronin beat a player or said was embroiled into a racism controversy? So I get it, you know. Liverpool also are supporting him only because he's a world-class player. That's all. But at the same time, I think that we Liverpool fans and Liverpool Football Club deserve a minimum of respect and honesty from Suarez, and he isn't giving it back. So we'll see what happens. You see, I fully understand that I always said in my videos before that I wouldn't begrudge him or be angry with him if he decides to go because he wants to play in the Champions League, and even if he prefers to go to Real Madrid or Bayern Munich instead of Liverpool. I have no problem with this. But to now come out and claim that if he goes, it will be because of the media, I don't believe this bit. I don't believe him, guys. He is not being honest with us Liverpool fans who have supported him time and time again throughout his Liverpool career so far. And you see, this is what I find very disappointing from him. So I think for me, he's a goner. He's gone. Just so Liverpool have just released a statement saying that he's not for sale. But you know how business works. For me, he's gone. It's just a matter of time now. I'm only hoping that it's done as quickly as possible. I couldn't care less where he goes. My only concern is about the amount of money that we get for him. If there's a buyout clause, then fair enough. I hope that it's the maximum. And It's all about how we spend the money that we get from him now. So we'll have to see what happens. But Luis Suarez, I'm sorry. For all the support that has been given to him, he's not being honest at all. At all. And claiming that his family are suffering and all this. I don't get into this bullshit. Come on. You are leaving the club, Luis Suarez, because simply Liverpool are not in the Champions League. Right now, Liverpool are not even in a position to pretend to challenge for any kind of, let alone the Premiership title or even the other cups in terms of depth and quality. You're not convinced by this. Fair enough. Even if you don't want to claim it, just keep your mouth shut. You see what I mean? Keep quiet. Don't come and say that you're leaving the club because it's because of the media and all these. It's all bullshit. And like I say, so this biting incident was not I don't know how to say it. Kind of losing my words because when I see other Liverpool fans still supporting him, I find it amazing. Anyway, for me, I just wanted to say that with regards to how things are panning out during the last 48 hours, I think that this biting incident instigated by Luis Suarez was a very calculated one, was a deliberate one, to use it as an excuse to leave the club. And that's not very good, Luis Suarez, for all the support given to you. The very least that Liverpool fans and Liverpool Football Club deserve from you is honesty and respect. And right now, you're not respecting the club. You're being dishonest to the Liverpool fans. And that's a shame, you know. So, let us see what happens. So, like I tell you, I think it's just a matter of time now before he goes. Forget about all the denials here and there by his agent or the club or whatever. Luis Suarez wants to go. Luis Suarez wants to leave Liverpool Football Club. It's only a matter of time now before he goes. And let us only hope now that we get the maximum amount of money, and so that we can concentrate on our transfer activity for the players coming in. And hopefully FSG will give the maximum amount of the money received from Luis Suarez to invest in quality players. We have to move on now. Thank you very much, Luis Suarez, but no thanks for this latest incident. Good luck to you, but very disappointed at the same time with your dishonesty. So that's it, guys. We'll have to see what happens. Let me know what you think. Please comment below to tell me if you agree with me, if you think I'm paranoid, if you think I'm negative. Please comment and subscribe. And I'll speak to you soon. So before I leave, apparently there's this Spanish striker from Celta Vigo, Iago Aspas, a 25-year-old. The deal is apparently almost done with Celta Vigo. So he's 25 years of age. I think he scored 12 goals. Celta Vigo will be relegated. I haven't even heard of him before. I watched some video clips here and there, but obviously I realized that you can't make a judgment about a player by just watching YouTube clips. But he seems to be quite a pacey player with a good finish, so we'll have to see what happens. But I'm hoping that, and especially now that Luis Suarez will leave Liverpool, that we get a little bit more than this Aspas kid. No disrespect to him, I'm not the kind of to put a cross on a player even before seeing him play, whatever the price or whatever where he comes from. But hopefully, if we do get 35 or 40 million pounds or whatever from the Luis Suarez sale, that we invest in the quality players, more quality players. All right. So let me know what you think. And Luis Suarez, once again, that's very disappointing from you, mate. Very disappointing. All right. I'll leave you there. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. All right.